Kini you ni show pe yon wo. Okay. Karolade Ayobamise. Aṣọ ti papọ̀ mọ́ right up o. Good morning, guys. Rich Tiger, how are you? Accurate. How are you? Something, all this. Kini yo jẹ́ kí n. Apostle Femi, mo rí yín o. Kí ló ń ṣe kíní tó ń jẹ́ pé email ló lọ ń hàn? Share work for everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Let me quickly share on Facebook. Only join one. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning to you. Kewapa. How na day? How they go? Thank you, accurate. How they go? Grace, how are you? Ansiola Nike, thank you. I say let me carry my natural hair today. Make I allow the hair breathe. I love turban. I love covering my hair. Good morning, Emmanuel, how are you? Bridget Osai, I see you. Good morning. Abi, I should remove this something. It's covering the comments. Or maybe I should. I think it will show here. This my app is revealing YouTube account ID. I don't know why it's not. Or should we use the regular one? Because I want to show you guys something. So this is the one I can use. I always say I'll go and collect I'll go and pick laptop so I can, because my laptop is bad. So I use phone. And if I have to show you guys something, then I have to use this app. If I have to use YouTube, I don't know why it wasn't doing like that before. So I don't know why we are having this again. So do you want me to stop and start again? So let's go to YouTube. Then I won't show you anything. I'll just talk. I hope I'll remember after the show to go and collect to go and buy my laptop. We should continue. Somebody say yes. Yes to what? Auntie Queen Esther, how are you? It was not like that before. I don't know why. We should continue. Okay. So good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. As I'm talking, I go to throw fruit from out too. I never chop. And I never ready to chop, but I'm hungry. So I might be putting fruit in my mouth. Elizabeth, how are you? Those of Elizabeth, how are you? Okay, we should continue. Hopefully, let me put it in my reminder. Jude, good morning. How are you, my brother? Good morning, everyone. All right, guys, let us start. Good morning, everyone. Hello, son, how are you? Okay. So, thank you, guys. Thank you for understanding. So, let us start. So, I got this update this morning. And because we were to discuss this issue sometimes ago, I just felt, let's forget it, Jerry. And when we spoke about this thing the last time, how many of you remember when we spoke about how they are being paid in covenants, even though we are not the one to determine what they pay to their staff? And like I said in my last video, any staff we think say the place where in they work, they are not paying them well, that person can leave. Okay, somebody said this topic is long overdue. That person can leave. But because we are expecting better from this type of people, with the kind of school fees they collect, you would think they will pay their staff very well. They will do their staff very well. But unfortunately, it's surprising when I saw this thing today, an evidence. The last time we spoke, we didn't really see evidence. It was just somebody that spoke and said this is what is going on. There is even a particular person who was fighting to collect his money, and that person don't buy. Is no more. That person is no more alive. After working so hard, and after working so hard, you get to a certain stage and you find you've just been working for nothing. Because even regular world, like they say, the unbelievers would have done better. You want to wonder why people are struggling so hard to work with Dangote. I'm sure Dangote working terms must be very good. Okay? Now, they sent me this updates this morning that somebody who worked in a Covenant University for 14 years. No, we are just starting. For 14 years, was paid a gratuity of 102,000 after 14 years of service. Don't forget that they say the salaries of lecturers. We are talking about lecturers now. We are not talking about non-academic staff. We are not talking about cleaners. We are not talking about sweepers or whatever you want to call them. We are not talking about those people. We are talking about a lecturer. A lecturer. After 14 years of meritorious service, was paid a gratuity of $102,070 after 14 years. It shocked you? When I saw this thing, I said, is it not better for these people to go and be selling guguru and ekpa? Just go and do one personal business. Start from somewhere. Is it not better than to be earning this kind of, after 14 years, this is what you are going to be giving? Now, don't forget that some of their lecturers are giving apartments, and if the apartment is not for free, their salary, like we were told, assistant lecturer takes 150,000 home every month. Regular lecturer takes about 200,000 home every month. And my question is there no salary scale, uniform salary scale in Nigeria that controls all these things? Is there not supposed to be, for example, here, we know the salary is kind of uniform and close. There is minimum wage here. There is minimum wage where you can't pay lower than that. If you are going to pay lower than that, it shouldn't have too much margin. So when I saw this thing, the next thing that came to my mind is that, does it mean they don't peg a particular salary for these people? Everybody just decide how much they want to pay. And because people are so much in need of job, they will just collect the job and just go on. And we might say, "Shey, they don't know what they collect." Yes, you can ask that question. Because I asked that question to say, when they were to take this job, didn't they sign, they didn't sign any agreement or anything? Or they didn't read the blueprint of what they signed? Because probably it's somewhere hidden there that when you are leaving, either by retirement or by termination, or you don't want to work again, this is the amount you are due. Everybody has been, a lot of people are fighting VDM. They are upset with what VDM is doing concerning blood. And I say, look at the people that want Nigeria to be better. A country that does not have regulation on things. trust me, is a country that the people are wicked because they are doing it for themselves. They are protecting themselves. Who are the owners of industry in that country? Rich people. Who are the people making laws? Politicians. What will it cost them to have regulations on salary scale? How much the minimum you can pay a lecturer, assistant lecturer, whatever, the minimum you can pay your workers? What stops them from having that regulation and uniform salary for people, salary scale? Because me, that I was not even a lecturer when I was working in Nigeria, when I was doing my business, that 200,000 naira salary was what I would make in 1 or 2 days as profits. Not sales though, as profits after selling. Then why would I want to be a lecturer? You see, when people talk about saying education is a scam, this is one of the reasons that people say education is scam. Because after all your studies and all your years in school, and what they are going to pay you is peanuts. Meanwhile, while selling market, you will make better. It's very unfortunate. And you are expecting that people who call themselves the people of God will even do better. In their school fees, they are not even doing better. So they are collecting so much school fees and they cannot do they cannot treat their lecturers very well. And you are still telling me to say I should believe in religion, to believe in this kind of people who are introducing the religion, who you are calling fathers of faith. The people you are calling fathers of faith, who are quick to collect millions as school fees and ready to pay peanuts for the lecturers that will lecture those children. And yet, in their book, I hope I'll be able to read that part for you. In their book, they say they don't want clash of interest. That means if you are a lecturer, you must not have any other job. It's there in the book that they are signing. In their code of conduct. It's part of what they signed. That means you are telling them, if you say people should not have conflict of interest, you are telling them that apart from this job, you are not to do any job, then you are to pay them very, very well. Here, nobody tells you not to have a second job, no matter what you are doing. You can decide to have another job. And that is why you will see a lawyer here. They do Uber after closing from work. On weekends, they will do Uber. Omotara, welcome. Even non-academic staff too cannot have another job. Are you for real? And these are people calling themselves people, fathers of faith. And when we talk, I don't know how their members think safe. Because sometimes the way their members defend them, Tufiaka, the way their members defend them, I'm not even talking about the ones that went to sign to be a full-time pastor. Those ones those ones are different. But even those ones, somebody will be a full-time pastor and you place them on a salary of 80,000 naira per month. That is about $30 or not even up to $40 or so, something. Or maybe maximum $50. Just because the powers that be are in control in that country, and people that are supposed to have conscience, they are worse even than the government. Now, on the page, so these people have opened a page. Let me go to that page first. Okay, hold on, please, so that I will not be looking for this thing again. To make it easy. Okay. These people, a lot of people are even in courts fighting your God of man, fighting Covenant University. Let me go to, there is a group that they have created. Their group is called I want to read out the update on that group for you that was sent to me. They call it Life After Covenant University, meaning there are lots of people who are victims already, meaning there are people who are aggrieved, meaning people are, a lot of lecturers, a lot of people are offended. They are not happy with the way they are being treated in that place. So I think some people are leaving and they are expecting to be paid their dues. Now, there is a particular one I will read first. Let me read this one first. Who said his friend has spied while waiting to collect his entitlement. That person wrote, that person is on Facebook as Samuel Tuesday Oweye. He wrote, and I read, my brother and colleague, you could not survive the shock. Covenant terminated our appointment with immediate effect in September 2024 and gave us 3 weeks to vacate our residence. Failure which we will be forcefully ejected, not because we violated any regulations, but there was no need to bring down the wage bill and few had to go. I think according to what we are reading here, they wanted to bring down the wage and some people resisted. So because of that, they started terminating their appointment. They don't allow unionism in the school, among the university, like what they have in a federal university and state university where the union can decide. So there is nothing like that in covenants. So let me read on. That wasn't even bad as every employer, okay, not because we violated any regulation, but there was need to bring down the wage bill and few had to go. That was not even bad as every employer has the right to hire and fire. The shock came when months after months, Covenant has wickedly refused to pay us our terminal benefits. As I make this post, they are still devising how to cut from the entitlement we worked for. It is now over 8 months and the organization we spent almost half of our lifetime to serve does not care if we go and buy. Of course, you have gone and you now die untimely. The word of God captures it properly in Jeremiah 17:9. The heart of deceitful above all things. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? My brother and colleague, we spoke last on May 4, 2025 for 7 minutes and 41 seconds, and we both shared our individual experience in the face of the present economy in Nigeria. We didn't know that death was already knocking. Rest in the bosom of our Lord, Professor Joseph Olugbiyiro. May the Holy Spirit comfort and help everyone you left behind. I am sure Covenant will now call your next of kin and pay them what they like, not what you are entitled to receive. God will judge the wicked. That was the write-up of that Samuel Oweye. Now, the group that they call Life After Covenant, on that group, somebody went to court, and I think that person is making headway and is trying to encourage the others that, look, don't just sit down, go to court on this case. So I'm going to read what I was sent from the group. That person said, good news. That write-up is deep. Yes, it's very deep, very painful. The person don't buy while waiting to collect the entitlement because they didn't want to pay them. Anyway, so this person said, good news. I want to testify to God's goodness. I was employed by Covenant University in 2003 and I resigned in 2021. 2003 to 2021. That's about 18 years. I worked meritoriously for 18 years, but Covenant University wanted to reduce it to 15 years, claiming they introduced a new staff book in 2018. They introduced a new staff book in 2018, and they want to apply that 2018 staff book to somebody who they employed in 2003. It's very similar to what happened to Abioye, Aremu, and the rest when they were to send them away. So the person went on and said, I approached the courts to fight for my rights and to settle the matter of a purported new staff handbook that was imposed on staff. I told the judge during the trial that staff objected to the imposition but Covenant University still imposed it because unionism is not permitted. Now, related to what that other guy said, that because they objected to the introduction of the new law, they asked them to leave with immediate effect, vacate their premises with their family immediately. If they want to ask you to leave a place, they will still even give you a time, some time frame. They won't say immediately with immediate effect. Let me pause for now. Can we have some likes on the video? Because definitely on this kind of video, they were likely to flag me. I'm going to pause. Can I have some likes on the video? We have 439 people watching and only 58 likes. Before I continue reading the updates from the courts. The last time we did a show on this kind of a thing, when I caught a little part of the video outside, they said that we were lying on them. I said, okay, I'm going to read their handbook to you so that people can know what they are collecting. You are better off selling markets than taking this kind of job. So let's continue. 78 likes. I want a flag. Most often, I said they will flag us. Want a flag you already. I told you that they will flag us. Want a flag you already. All right, well, I'll continue. But let's continue. In court groups, you are not allowed to challenge the decision of a leader. I agree with you. I agree with you. You are right. So let's continue. Let me even place it here so you will not say I'm reading it from my mind. This is it. So you too can read. So you can read it too. That is it. That I placed by the side. Thank you, Shankweno. Thank you very much. So that is it. So you will not say I am reading it or I'm saying something else. Anyway, so let's continue. I approached the court to fight for my right and to settle the matter of a purported new staff handbook that was imposed on staff. I told the judge during the trial that staff objected to the imposition, but Covenant University still imposed it because unionism is not permitted. The court ruled that imposing another staff handbook different from the one a staff was employed, that will lead to reduction in the benefit, that will lead to the reduction in the benefit of a staff is like challenging the goalpost in the middle of a game, which is exactly what I said, that you employ somebody since 2003. You now introduce a book in 2018. How does that apply to somebody that has been working? Their own condition and agreement should still stand. So I think when those people refused to sign was when they asked them to leave. How can I sign something that will destroy my life after serving for how many years? Anyway, let's continue. It didn't talk about pension contribution. It did not talk about pension contribution deduction by Covenant University, as that was already determined in an earlier judgment. The person got an earlier judgment. My gratuity was calculated based on monthly gross, multiplied by the number of years served, plus 1 month gross pay for long service. It further awarded a general damage in the sum of 4,500,000 against Covenant University for the cost of prosecuting my case, all payable within 30 days from today. So that means there is law in Nigeria. If you can fight, like Barrister Olumide always say, that it's because people don't pursue case. They will think the court does not work in Nigeria. This is somebody getting a judgment. Whether they will now implement is now another thing. They are flagging. Ever you can flag you are. Just double click on your screen to give the show a like. If you are using phone, just double click on your phone. I know they will flag. I know they will flag. Oh, ni flag ike. Oh, ni flag you show you. Anyway, so the guy said, I thank you all for your prayers and encouragement throughout the period of trial from April 2024 to October 2025. So this is a recent thing. It's not nobody say you don't take. Let me put the other one so you can read it by yourself too. So it won't look like I'm making it up. You can see on the screen that it's a group, Life After Covenant University group. And my final admonition, fighting for your right is not fighting against the church. Pursue your case with the advice of a lawyer, if you think you are being shortchanged, to God be the glory. The person mentioned his name. Hold on. All right. So that person was able to fight and get judgment for whatever it is he was fighting for. He got his judgment. And I want to read some things out for us, which was their staff handbook. Okay? Staff handbook that they call 2023 edition. Meaning they revisit their condition of working. Meaning they revisit it regularly. They revisit it regularly after employing people. Somebody says staff handbook, I be slavery handbook. You can call it anything you like. Staff handbook, now in the column. Making a no flag our show now. We are not kuku talking whether waiting you now do good or be no good. Waiting consign us. We are just analyzing. We are just analyzing. Anyone be my family day there. Instead of my family to go and be doing that kind of work, I go tell her and say, go and be selling rice. Go and be selling groundnuts. Join hand with your wife making an open shop. Instead of that. After working for 14 years, they are giving 102,000. 102. Oh, okay, 70,000. I mean $70. $70 is what they are giving for as gratuity. For those of you who don't know, gratuity is what a staff is entitled to after a long term of service, and it's always a lump sum of money when somebody is going. But there is a way they calculate their own. Then we want to know whether they are really done right by those people or not. What's your comment? After to buy gym, I'm okay. I know you are okay. Okay. I know I can't shame me the stress you are going through. I know it's for your work, Pele. Kilo Visenu. Oh, okay. Okay. Robinda. Oh, boy, to be lost. Somebody said this can't be true. That's the check I placed there for you now. That's the check you can see on the screen. Am I your flagging me? One flag show you. They are flagging my show. Sister Bola Caro, one flagging me and Jackie show me comfortably. Oh. But is showing empathy. Don't mind my daughter. I'm showing empathy. Don't mind her. Ever flag me a jaw. Want to flag here. Anyway, let us read their condition of service. The staff handbook and conditions of service. I'm going to read a particular page, which is page 127, starting from page 127, where staff welfare and packages. You will find it there. It shock you say I get an staff handbook, even though I'm not a staff. It shock you. They don't flag me. Want to flag you up. They may buy me lost on you. Emma flag now. Don't flag. Let me read condition of welfare, Gary. Termination and resignation. It shock you say I get the book. I get the book. Now in the here. See now the book with this. Because how you go say no be na book, make I show you. Let me go back. No be na book with this. Anyway, let's go back to page 127. If you go to the page 127 of the book, okay, I'm almost there. This is 106. The book plenty, so all right. 126. I'm coming now. I'm coming. I shall need suru for me. Just be patient. The book plenty, so it might take me time. So get not 127. I'm coming. I'll get there. Don't worry. The book plenty, so I have to. Oh. What took by that saying? Ebelebe. No, ibiko. Ṣé ń lo òṣùjú fún mi ni kí n má rí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ rí. Something where I just read now, where he dey? Wọ́n láwọn ń gbàdúrà fún mi báyìí. Where is the thing I just read it this morning? I dey come. I just read it before coming online, okay? Anyway, I try to screenshot some things. Chapter 14. Bolo wa salo. Where you don't go? Where I go see him? 128. I dey come, making I just wait for me. The book of plenty. Ew. Oh, nene. Okay. I don't see him. So it's actually on chapter 142. Page 122. No, it's actually on 127. Page 127. But let me see what 122 says. Let me see what 122 says. Àwọn people yóò why they láwọn níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Oh no. With all the money. Is it the school fees we want to talk about? Okay. 128 lele. Welfare matters. Welfare matters starts from 127. Okay. So why I'm not reading the 127 is because it's talking about retirement. A member of the staff of the university shall be considered the retirement of retiring service age when the staff has served continuously for at least 10 years. Cessation of appointment before this service length time shall be regarded as service withdrawal. So a member of staff of the university may continue in the service of the university after the retirement age of 70 years for academic staff and 65 years for non-teaching staff. Those ones are not really necessary. That's why I'm not reading that. Retirement and pension entitlements. They only care about themselves. They don't care about their staff at all. Look at the amounts they collect as in school fees. Millions. Kai. A member of staff shall have the right to stop serving the university at any time he or she desires to exercise their right, provided such notice of cessation of appointment conforms to the provision of Chapter 7 and other policies of university involving appointment and termination of services. That is not so relevant too. We are looking at welfare. Okay, is that welfare that is more important? So entitlement schedule on cessation of appointments. Please kindly help us to click some like on the video. Please, it will really help. It might help your brother, it might help your sister that is trying to say, let me go and work in this place. Okay? We are not saying people should not work, but they should know what they are getting into. Maybe people don't really take time to sign or to read the blueprint is why there is problem now. Or somebody is trying to play a fast one. Okay? Like that other man that was able to win his case. He's right. He went to the court. Okay? So if all this is out, they might change their ways too. They might start doing the right thing. So don't think what we are doing doesn't get to them. They watch our videos. I can bet you on that. If they are not watching our videos, they will not say they should go and buy me at a point. Buy me and some other people. By the time we buy 3 of them, all of them will go and rest. I then talk am now. So the fathers of faith will get God for hand. He say before the end of this year, all mockers shall buy. We never buy anyway. So let us look at entitlement. Please don't forget to click a like as I continue to read. Entitlement schedule on cessation of appointment. A member of staff that give due notice of cessation and whose notice is accepted shall be entitled to the following gratuity at the expiration of just such notice. Number 1, before you can say you don't want to work again and you can get something, 1 month, a minimum of 2 years. Duration. Your entitlement is 1 month basic pay less employer's pension contribution computed up to December 31st, 2018. Now, if somebody that works for 2 years is going to collect 1 month basic pay, let's assume we are basing it on the person that works for 14 years. That should be for times 7, if I'm not mistaken. So if you are earning 200,000, then your salary should be, your gratuity should be times 200 times 7, 1.4 million. Now, between 3 to 4 years, you will get 2 months basic pay less employer's pensions contribution computed up to December 31st, 2018. Between 5 to 6 years, you will get 4 months basic pay less employer's pension contribution computed up to December 31st, 2018. From a minimum of 7 to 9 years, 1 month basic pay multiplied by the number of years served less the employer's pension contribution computed up to December 31st, 2018. So what you are saying here is that if you have worked for 10 years, they will give you 1 month pay times 10 years, but they will now still deduct your pension out of it. Iwa GBT niyeke. Shebi pension is supposed to be like 401k, abi? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is pension not what you have contributed, your retirement benefits? So they will still now deduct that. So what will now be left? No wonder they gave that person 102,000. Abi, please, if I'm wrong, correct me, They will still remove from it and still expect them to also pay tithe on the pension. Kasongo job. Anyway, make we the read go. So that is for people who say they don't want to work again. Now let us look for people. Let us look at the people. Oh Lord, can you talk padani? Okay, go pada. Let's look at the people who did not stop working on their own, that maybe will reach retirement age or they have to go. Hold on, 1 kilo carton 128. Sorry, the thing keeps going back. Once you leave it, it will go back. So that's why it's causing all this confusion. 130. Okay, I've read 129. Now 130. No, it continues. Duration. If you have worked for a minimum of 10 years of service, you shall be entitled to 1 month gross pay multiplied by the number of years that you have served minus your pension contribution computed up to December 31st, 2018. A member of staff shall be entitled to a long service bonus after he or she has put in minimum of 30 years of continuous service, which long service bonus shall be as determined by the board of directors. It is not even a concluded thing. It is the board of directors that will still determine that. It is not as if there is actually a fixed agreement on that. So even after 30 years you have served and they think all you are due for, they want to give you a lump sum is 1 million. Remember that man and the other man, Omugo, how many years he served? Up till now, they no fit tell us how much they give am when they go. But according to information we are here, they say na $10,000 they give am. Exclusion from entitlement on cessation of appointment. So no be say because you say you no work, suddenly you will deserve all those things where you will read. So sometimes there could be exclusion. Number 1, to make a claim as set out in subsection 14.4 above, where I read for now, an officer must have served university continuously. So that means if they feel you don't deserve it, they will not give it to you. A and B, if for any reason an officer who had taken his or her benefit secures a fresh appointment to return to covenant service, his or her computation shall be treated entirely as if they are just starting. So that means if you have worked for 10 years, you now go for 6 months, you now come back after that 10 years, they will start afresh with you. That your 10 years, it don't go. No, they say 14.4 here. I'm reading it from the book. 14.4. That is entitlement schedule on cessation of appointment. It's 14.4. Okay, let's continue. So he or she, they will start afresh. That means you are just starting anew. Number and C, officers duly permitted to proceed on leave of absence or study leave or other non-university service, the absence shall normally not include such a period as part of service unless a special approval of the board of regents had earlier been sought and obtained. Somebody said, with all these benefit conditions, they don't look like they have health benefits. I will read their health benefits to you. They have. I will read that one out to you too, since you mentioned it. D. So that C means that if you go on study leave for a while, I should read the part back. Okay, the C that I just read. Don't worry, I will allow you guys to call in. This is going to be a long show. Anyway, officers duly permitted to proceed on leave of absence or study leave or other non-university services, the absence shall normally not include such a period as part of service unless a special approval of the Board of Regents had earlier been sought and obtained. Which means that is clear enough anyway. Before you can go on that study leave, you must have told them. Okay? You must have get approval. If they say don't go and you go, you have gone at your own detriment. That means all the years you have put in, because you went against their will and wish, all the years you have put in is going to be null and void. That is cancelled. All your entitlement for those years, even if not 20 years, is lost and lost forever. I hope you understand. If they don't approve and you go. Anyway, make I continue. D. By virtue of obtaining approval or to proceed on leave, as in C, number C that I read above, an officer's service here shall be deemed to continue when he or she returns to the university. That is if you get approval and you now come back, then they will consider you. But if you don't get approval and you go, or you're lower. Somebody say, will they ever approve? Mo. That I'm just reading waiting I see. Let's continue. Notwithstanding any of the above provisions, a provisions, a staff member dismissed from service or whose appointment was terminated for any kind of misconduct shall not be entitled to the above benefit except his or her position, his or her pension as provided in the pension section. Àní ẹ̀ kí ń ka nǹkan tán bá fún yín. Now, you hear what they said here. They said, from what we have read above, if at any time they are the one that terminated you, you don't have anything, they don't have anything to give you other than your pension, no matter the years you have spent. Those years, no gratuity. So are we to say this person, they lucky to get 102? Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú tó tẹ̀rí. Somebody say, you see, I kuku see. I don't read this thing earlier before I come out. That's why they laugh. Say, may we never enter inside Wahala. This one a Kazongo. Anyway, wasted years and wasted efforts. Blatant failure. Have you forgotten that word? Blatant failure. Let's continue. It still remains. Pension. Under pension. Sorry, under pension, regular member of staff who has meritoriously served university shall participate in and benefit from the contributory pension fund as enacted by the Act of the National Assembly. Let's clap for Jesus. Nbo kini ti sá padà. Ní bá ti gbọ́wọ́ kúrò ńbẹ̀ ṣe ló máa ń sá lọ. Oh. Nbo la wà yẹn ná. Okay, pension, I've seen it. Let me do it this way so it makes it easy. B, the university shall pay into the scheme the specified proportion of staff salary monthly and shall also cause to be deducted from staff salary the prescribed proportion by the same act and shall cause the contribution to be paid into the scheme. A member of staff shall not be hindered by university from drawing from the pension scheme as prescribed by the act irrespective of the service status with the university. They did well in that. Now let's go on. So, from what we have read, are they being treated fairly? Are they not being treated fairly? When I finish, I'll put number there for you to call in. Now, let's go ahead. Somebody was asking about their medical. Let's go to the medical. Where is the medical? I just saw the medical now. And staff development too, fund. Where is this medical thing I just saw right now? I'm coming. It's a long thing. Time. I've been running away from it. I didn't know we are still going to come to it. Where's this thing? 134. No, it should be on 130. Okay, medical care. This is it. So for medical care, the university maintains a medical center for the benefit of members of staff and their families, among others. However, it shall be the duty of every staff to take due care to ensure the good health of themselves and their families. So I don't know if it is free. They said they use their medical center. So it is the members that will say whether it is free or they pay for it. Somebody said, we just rush at any job opportunity in the name of having job at hand in Nigeria. I must tell you, I had job offers and I declined because of this wahala. That means that our people don't read the conditions. They don't read the fine print or whatever, you know. So now, if they are taking their time to read the fine print, they will know at the end of the day, they are going to be the one to lose. The salary is not even wonderful. The salary is not okay at all. It's not worth it. So after all those years, you now want to leave. They are paying you peanuts. It's after deducting your pension away from that money. Why do they have to deduct your pension? After all, now you pay the pension by yourself. The pension was taken out of your salary. So why is it being deducted again from your gratuity? Gratuity is your due. They actually said they are working for God. I will read up that part too. Now, overseas treatment. Any senior member of staff whose employment status is confirmed shall be entitled to 50% subsidized medical treatment overseas, provided the illness occur while abroad on university-approved trip, such as attendance at conference, study leave, training course, sabbatical leave. It's very clear. Very clear. Now, what they said here in this particular one, that if you are sick and you want to travel abroad, it is none of their business as long as you are in Nigeria. No wonder. I remember there was a time one of their lecturer had kidney problem and the guy was soliciting fund in the public. Now it's understandable. It is not in their handbook that they have to pay for them. Before they can pay, that means you are working for them when you have the problem in abroad. Then they are not even paying anything. So if you travel, they are not even paying everything. So if you travel abroad, for example, you travel abroad, you have accidents, and they have to treat you, and your bill is $10,000. They will give you only $5,000. You will pay the remaining $5,000. They are not footing any medical bill for you, as far as I'm concerned. They are the one that send you message. You hear what they said here. To qualify for overseas treatment, any senior, and it's even senior member, no, not even junior member. Mogbe. So junior member, where they send out, if anything happens, is on our own. So they say any senior member or member of staff whose employment status is confirmed shall be entitled to 50% subsidized medical treatment overseas, provided there is a clause. Provided the illness occur while abroad on another clause, on university approved trip, such as attendance at conference, study leave, training course, sabbatical leave. Let's go forward. Treatment during home leave. Home leave means leave taken by expatriate staff in his or her country. To qualify for university reimbursement during home leave vacation or in between contract, expatriate staff must submit before assumption and resumption of a duty a record of prior medical condition in addition to the usual medical certificate of fitness. Did you see the difference between an expatriate and a Nigerian? The condition. An expatriate will be paid as long as they can provide the evidence. Meanwhile, the expatriate, the sickness happened in his hometown. Oh, there is likely to even have insurance and everything. For example, let's assume they have a staff that is working for them that is as an American who is working in Nigeria, and that person now decides to come to America for his leave to come and spend the holiday with his family, and that person now falls sick. So they will take care of the bill as long as that person can provide. They did not say 50%. They did not say certain percentage. They say provided that person can prove that, yes, so while I was away, I fell sick and I've been dealing with this issue before. Provided that person can provide the information to them. But for a Nigerian, they will only pay 50% of the bill while you are abroad, in case anything happens to you, even despite the fact that you are working for them. Anyways, let's go on. Emergency treatment outside the country. In cases of emergency, a member of staff who, in accordance with his or her contract of service, incurs any expenditure in respect of medical treatment for himself or family outside university may claim a refund of any such expenditure, subject to a maximum of what will have been paid if the person concerned had been treated in the university medical center. So that means the medical university center is not free from this thing that I'm reading now. Any such claim for a refund must be supported by proper receipt, and such claims shall be carefully investigated and evaluated by University Director of Medical Services. So for clarity, they mean that if you have any expenditure, medical expenditures that you incur while outside the country, and you want to, an emergency for you, your members of staff, a member of staff who in accordance with his or contracts of service, or your family outside university, and you want to claim a refund, the only refund they can give you is the amount you are paying in Nigeria. If in Nigeria your medical bill is 100,000, even if you incur a medical bill of $5,000 or $3,000 while abroad, the one they will pay you is 100,000. That is very clear. Very, very clear enough. Treatment of health problems arising from occupational hazard. Direct, not indirect. So direct. Thank you, Kubrat Farm. Oh yeah, ẹ bá wa fún fídíò ní like. Wọ́n kúnkún flag wa. Wọ́n ti flag wa. Wa máa ṣe show wa tán. Àwọn èèyàn á wò later. So treatment of health problems arising from direct occupational hazard. Notwithstanding the above provision, all the things we have read before, any member of staff suffering ill health on account of an occupational hazard of exposure directly arising from his or her involvement in official duty shall be entitled to 100% medical subsidy. However, overseas treatment in this case will be at the discretion of the board of directors. So that is still okay. That means during your working at that place, if anything happens to you, the only thing they can pay you, they are going to pay you 100%, okay, of your medical bill. They will help you to pay it. But if it happens overseas, they said they can't guarantee that. It has to be at the discretion of the board of directors, by directors of regents. So, public appointments. Public appointments as a staff. They are flagging, yes, they are flagged. They've been flagging since. That's why the views is not going up. It keeps going down. They want a flag already. So, am I worried? Everything will be fine. So, let's continue. For example, now, as a staff, working full-time, teaching, research, or administrative post, can you hold federal public service? Can you be appointed for public service? That is, for example, as a lecturer, federal government or state government gives you another post. Can you take more than one or two posts? Let's go on. They said, members of staff holding full-time teaching, research, or administrative posts shall not be permitted to hold more than one paid post in the public service of the Federation. All such posts shall be subject to the approval of the Board of Regents. The Chancellor may, on behalf of the Board of Regents, approve in cases of an urgent request for public appointment. Outside appointments and categories of appointments. Appointments requiring expertise in respect of which the appointee is already employed and paid by the university. Appointments requiring expertise in respect of which the appointee is not directly employed and paid by the university. So all those ones are still okay. Permission to accept appointments. Let's go for other things. Hold on. Let's leave all this appointment something. There are other more serious things. Remuneration from outside appointments. You know, necessary. Regulation on outside appointment. That's not necessary. There is a part I want us to read. Every other thing is not so important. Or there is a part I want us to read, so that people that are working there should know the condition and understand it. You know, if they cheat you, go to court. Like that man that I read is a own update. I want to read a place where they already told them that they are working for God. And they come. There is a place where it was written. Aha. Now, the church and the tenets of faith worldwide, they wrote, the Bible is the inspired word of God, the product of holy men of God, who spoke and wrote as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. We accept the new covenant as recorded in the New Testament. Our God is one, but manifested in three persons: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And they went further. Man is a created being, made in the likeness of God. They went on preaching here, water baptism. The following recommendation regarding the water baptism, signs and wonders, and they call anointing people, divine healing. I want to read where they already told people that they are working for God. Testimony, I dey come, please. Let me look for it. The book is too big, so to look for all these things no dey easy. They even recommended books for them to be reading. Recommended books, releasing the supernatural, wonders of the age, put your angels to work, the blood triumph, anointing for breakthrough, the release of power, the mystery of anointing oil. Those are the books that they recommended for them to read. Lecturer. Breaking financial hardship, covenant wealth, the hidden covenants of blessing. Somebody said, but those were not placed first. I don't know. They were down. They placed them down. Lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Recommended books where they read Key to Answered Prayer, Key to Divine Health, Key to Divine Balm, the Healing Balm, Communion Table, The Winning Wisdom, Excellency of Wisdom, Wisdom of Diary Series. Kí ló dé tẹ́ ń rẹ́rìn báyìí ẹ̀yin people yìí? Somebody said that's physics or chemistry. Who they sell the book? Now Baba get the books. It's the owner of the books that is selling. The lecturers have to read. Success button. Toward excellence in life and ministry. Marriage covenants. Making the most of opportunity. Understanding vision. Those are the recommended books they ask them to buy and read you. Thomas Fisher lecture. Service the master key. Service the master key. Spiritual apprenticeship. Stewardship. Dynamics of holiness. Emergence of the glorious church. Conquering controlling powers. A living witness. Wonders of praise. Overcoming anxiety. Will they have to answer questions from the books? If you ask me, now who will go ask? The matter where you see, so it plenty for ground. Let us continue the books. Wonders of praise, overcoming anxiety. I'm looking for where they were told that they are actually working for God. Maybe it's from the beginning. Let me go and look for it. They already told them they are working for God. They are not working for man. So why they complain? Yeah, they always tell you, now say, now for this place where I go sit down, now matter will they come meet me. Now get ni ma jókòó tẹ́ ma gbẹ́jọ́ yín wá. Ṣé ti rí báyìí? Wait, so make I look for that place where they tell them say they work for God. The book of plenty. Chapter 1 of Kinekon. I'm coming, no. Ó dà pé bí statement of commitment yẹn ló wà. Ṣá hold on for me. Making her hold on. Oh. Those are the recommend. I should sing again. You are going to pay specially if I have to sing. He say make I sing again. Make na carry me go studio. Make we go record. I consider it a great privilege from God to open to you what the university stands for, where she stands in this crisis-ridden world, and what we hope to accomplish as an end-time army in education revolution. The university as a vision is part of the church and the liberation mandate given to the commission as a university and as academic group. We consider ourselves a certain part of the body of Christ. This handbook, supplemented by candid and open discussions with your heads, should provide a good source of information concerning your work and success in your assignments. At the root of every striking success is information. Whatever any man becomes, beginning with information at their disposal. Ṣé ti gbọ́? I love that part in this book. Whatever any man becomes begins with information at his disposal. That means nothing was hidden, nothing was covered for you guys. Nothing was hidden. That's what he's trying to say here. Your appointment as a member of the faculty of or staff of the university is a privilege from God, preordained before the foundations of the world to fulfill his or her purpose for you. God's expectation of you as a co-laborer. Nígbà tó ń pè yín ní laborer. Ṣé laborer máa ń gbowó púpọ̀ ni? As a co-laborer, ibẹ̀ yẹn tún dà. Má sá lọ o. God's expectation for you as a co-laborer with him in this Christian mission university places an awesome responsibility of acceptance of and compliance with his terms for maximum productivity and accomplishment. Ṣé Ọlọ́run ló ṣe terms and conditions? Na God do terms and conditions. Laborers, they tell you say laborer dey chop well. Co-worker. You are a co-worker in the vineyard of God. You are not expected to collect plenty money. Ta ló sọ pé òun drive? Abeg you park before you drive, before you laugh. Oh. Let's continue. Instructions are the highways of distinction. Direction plus instruction equal distinction. Apostle Paul says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. This implies that your success in the university is not in any person's hand, but your own. Somebody say, boy, laborer is worthy of his wages. The wages determined by the oga. Ẹ má jẹ́ atanra wa jẹ. It is mi ò kò gbà kò labor. How do I put it? You are in a country where the government does not care, where there is no control, where there is no regulations. Oh, what were you expecting? You are supposed to weigh your options. If I go and do this job, 150,000 per month. Blanted failure nìyẹn. Even me in those days, I cannot go and collect a job of 150,000 because kò gbọ́ bùkátà mi. I have told you of when I had to make a choice when my husband died, and I had to make a choice of what I should do. At a point, I thought of going back to school to study insurance for a reason. At a point, I thought of doing a business, two types of business. I didn't know which one to do. I started with the school. I couldn't concentrate. I was just crying. I was always feeling somehow. I left. I now started a business. I started that business. I see how much I was making in that business. I said, no, this one cannot pay my bills. This one will not give me the kind of life I want to give my children. Because this is not about me anymore. My children are involved in this. Do I want my children to be going to Jelly Osimi as school? No. I want my children to live a better life than me. The life I couldn't live. I want them to live that life. So what else? I thought of another job. I saw a lady who was a single mother, paying school fees conveniently, driving good car. I went to her. Please, auntie, how is this business? I humble myself. I went to her. We will sit down with her in her shop. Help her to sell. From there, I was getting lecture from her. This is how the business go. If you want to do it, I encourage you. You will pay your children's school fees conveniently. You will not even feel it. The woman from there introduced me to international business, to be traveling to buy goods. She told me the truth. Go and start with Dubai. Go and buy goods from Dubai. From Dubai, then we can. And then money was still good. The currency was still very strong. A dollar then was about $90. A dollar was about 80,000 naira. 80 naira. Shemo correct. 80 naira, less than 100 naira then. And I started. The first time I would go, I went with 5,000. I couldn't finish. I was wise not to use the 5,000 to buy market, because I saw the things I was buying. I said, no, this is not the market. The man have said it all here. Only your success in this university is not in any person's hand, but your own. What year? That was in 2006, early 2006. Now, so I begin, Idris, how are you? He said it already. Just like my life was in my hands then. Nobody to advise me. Nobody to talk to. And I sat down. Which one do I want to do? I became confused. I can as well go and take a job in civil servants in Lagos. I had a lot of people who were calling, Abi Shema Loshisheni. I told you I was more like a full-time housewife then. The only thing I was doing was baking cake in the house. Baking cake in the house. And will that one feed my children? No. It will feed us, but will it pay school fees? I look at it, I say, no, this cannot take me far, because the cake I was just doing was not a big time thing. So I needed to make a decision. I saw some people who called me and say, maybe I should come and work in ANALYSE. How much were they paying? They mentioned the amount. When I know how much school fees was already, that one cannot even pay the school fees of one term for one of my children. So at that point, I had to take my life in my hands and see what can I do. And I took the best decision that I've never regretted. The best decision of my life. Because it was that traveling. When I was to start coming to US, it paved way, because I've gone to Dubai before. I've gone to Turkey several times. They don't ask me and they don't stress me for American embassy. Collect your visa on Monday after 1 or 2 questions. They didn't ask me for anything. No account, no this one, not that one. Why is God not paying these people directly? My darling sister or brother, Kehinde Peters, you are the one. Shebi, we don't ask this question several times. That when pastor needs money, they call people. When people need money, pastor will tell them, go and pray to God. The man already said, he said, God, this CU is not in any person's hand. Your success in CU is not in any person's hand. It's in your own hands. He went further. This handbook contains vital instructions and information that will help you to enjoy the most rewarding service through your willing. Maybe that is the only one people read. This handbook contains vital information and instructions that will help you to enjoy the most rewarding service through your willing and delightsome obedience. As long as you are obedient, you walk by the rules, you don't have problem. But when you want to say, no, I don't want to do again, wahala go start. When you say you don't want to do again, the conditions, by then, they will go and open some places for you. How this one take day rewarding? 200,000 at this dispensation. Na him be the rewarding. Ṣé ká sọ pé ǹtẹ́ ń bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀lẹ ni yín ni àbí kí ni ká sọ? Lè wá nǹkan míì ṣe ni. Why will you be comfortable collecting 200,000 salary as a graduate, as a lecturer, assistant lecturer, 150,000? Anyway, I'm still looking for where they say they are working for God, though. Everything for me go. Montelibe, please. Hold on, oh. I've seen the place. Hold on. Exactly, based on the school fees. One will expect they will pay better salary. If a lecturer is earning ₦1 million, it's not bad. Or 500,000. The school fees is plenty now. And they get plenty students. They won't carry this money go heaven. I mean, they don't carry and go heaven. Please, let me choose something. I'm hungry. All right. I'm coming. I don't want to take your time too much. All right, let me put the number. In case you want to call in to contribute, that's the number to call in. WhatsApp only. Let me get it close here. You can call in to contribute. That is the number. So I'm looking for where it's kind of clear.
Season 2! Someone at this law firm.
I'm coming. I'm looking for that place because I have to scroll and keep looking. In fact, if you read most of the beginning of that book, now from there, then take capture these people. Everything is about preaching, the spiritual man, the three components, the spiritual man, the intellectual man, the physical man. Ní ọ̀rọ̀ school. Moyimbo. Convenient university culture. CU is a God-ordained family of people chosen by God to raise a new generation of leaders that will change their world through unparalleled ingenuity, creativity, and purposeful living. And our culture has its roots in the truth, the living word of God. The counselor also said that you cannot improve on the truth. You can't bend it. You either accept it and be made by it or reject it. Anyway, role model. Behind every move is a mover. You cannot play your role well without a role model. Answer there for you. I cannot pioneer now. Who is Elon Musk role model? You see how they make people believe without them, people cannot make way. Ẹjọ́ flagi. Wọ́n ti ń flag látẹ̀ nǹkan. Mo ń wá ibi tí wọ́n ti sọ wípé nígbà tí ẹ fẹ́ when you want to collect a job, somebody is now telling you it is not about success and you went to go and sign. Ẹ máa gbọ́ o. An appointment with CU is not formally equal to success. It is the commitment to a task that culminates in attainment, as only runners obtain the prize. Know you know that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. It is very clear that the success, the whatever it is called, belongs to only the head. King Bowe. The earlier you start taking them serious, the better. Èèyàn sọ fún yín wípé an appointment with the school does not equal success. There are only a lot of people will run. Now only one person they win the prize. Don't work to be paid. Work to be made. Hello? Do not work to be paid. Those are part of what he wrote to them. You are not working to be paid. You are working to be made. You are not working to be paid. You are working to be made. Be committed, not for gains, but for generational impact. Nǹkan tó fi mú gbogbo yín nìyẹn. Àwọn preaching sọnù. You didn't pay attention to all these things. If I'm not working for gains, then why am I here? Why are we working? We are working for survival. Why are we working? We are working to pay bills. We are working for gains. Even Elon Musk is working for gains. Mark Zuckerberg, ìyẹn tiẹ̀. He not taking money play at all. The guy is a Shylock. You know what that one they do? It's sabi Mikos. Most of us are working for him free of charge. It will not, when you don't have monetization, it will allow you to be doing anything. The day he monetize you, it will put eye on your channel. Because the mistake you make is to his own advantage. Immediately you make mistake, it will come at you. It will tell you, say your monetization has been taken off. Meanwhile, it will not stop putting adverts on your page. Not only that, if you don't post, it will tell you your page is having problem. If you don't post, your page can be hacked. Now, so he do in system. Is it not working for gain? You see the guy, how we keep encouraging people. If you don't post, it has taken a while that you post. Because you know, the more you post, the more money for him. Somebody will now tell somebody that does not have anything that you are not working for gains. You are working to be made. How many of the lecturers don't they made? Please, everyone know one. It's okay. We want to see you. How many of those people where they work there? How can somebody tell me when I have bills to pay that I'm not working for gain? I'm working to be made. Made as what? Made as a slave? Made as a mumu? Made as what? I'm just asking you. As a tool of making money. Even me, I prove to Mark, say, Mark, you cannot be using me free of charge. It's one of the reasons I stopped doing live. Apart from the fact he's deleting live. He doesn't want to pay for storage. Those storage where they are putting all these things, all our videos. He doesn't want to pay extra money for it. He now say because of that, he is now deleting our videos and he wants us to be doing live. I say, no, I will not use my energy for you. And you will delete that energy. We are doing live for a reason so that people can revisit. YouTube, video of 20 years is still on YouTube. Video of 15 years is still on YouTube. But because that guy, you see as they get court case up and down. You see as they get court case. And they talk about Henry Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. You see as they get court case up and down. As Shylock as he is, then tell and say, some people, they are opening fake account to do bad things. You know, answer them up till now. You know what thing they do now? Somebody go come tell me. Even Henry Musk, the time where our man here, if they, two of them fight, that one tell and say he go destroy his business. Kia, you know, calm down for him. And somebody is now telling you, where you don't get anything, that you have children to take care of. You have a family to be responsible to. Even me as a woman, will somebody tell me, say, I don't have I should not work for gain. Okay, what should I work for? I should work to be begging. After working, money is not enough. No wonder they are paying you that kind of salary. The man already made it clear. He said, don't work for gain. Work to be made. He said, commitment is what edifies self-esteem. Really? Self-concept and self-worth. Be diligent and creatively productive. Fatten your destiny by the works of your hand. Respect is not a gift. It is earned through hard work. Hard work destroys a hard life. Baba, you quote so. Hard work. If now true say hard work, they destroy hard life. People like bricklayer, people where they dig road, people where they carry pong, they carry cement, they carry all those heavy things. They are supposed to be the richest. Hard work destroys hard life. I bet my quotation sonu. Please help me ask Baba the hard work where he do to be this rich. Help me ask him the hard work. Hard work destroys hard life. Normal people go tell you, say work smart, don't work hard. Of recent, I still tell myself that self. I said, Aduni, it's time to start working smart, not working hard anymore. I don't work hard rich. As in, I don't work hard rich. It's time to start working smart. And even that time where I did work hard, where I think say I did work hard, I was actually working smart. I was working smart by having multiple streams of income. I was working smart by being dedicated to my job, my business. I was working smart. I was telling somebody this morning when we were talking about this VDM and blood matter. That person now said, Auntie, this importation business, cargo, now in the finish BM money. I said, for people who are not smart. I said, people that are smart, if you go and buy goods to transport to your country, you don't go for heavy items. Before I will buy any clothes, I go say, give it to me. I will carry it, weigh it. Because I know, say, if I don't do that kind of thing, now the cargo money go collect all my profits. How do we sell? We buy clothes. And when you are to sell at ×2 or maximum ×2.5. Okay? If a cloth is $100, oh, let me use Naira now. If a cloth is 20,000 Naira, if you are to sell, you sell at 40,000 or 45 maximum. Okay? Why do you have to sell that much? The cost of the cloth is 20,000. To deduct it is remaining 25,000 or 20. Out of that 20,000, 10,000 or 12,000 is going into your running cost. Is going into your running cost, which is your ticket money, your cargo money, your clearing, your miscellaneous, the food where you chop, the little expenses, people where people carry load, and all of those little expenses. You are putting it under the remaining 50%. You divide into two is going into that. So now, if I want to be smart, I want to buy goods. I will not go and buy goods that they are selling for 10 Naira because I want to maximize profits. After buying that goods that they sell for 10 Naira, that good, the weight, it is ×4 of the one that they are selling for 20,000 Naira. The one they are selling for 20,000 Naira, I will pack more goods inside that box than the one that is very heavy. They are selling for 10,000 Naira. Do you see the smartness there? But people don't know. When they come to my shop, Auntie, any lycra, mani mi unta lycra. Kilete, lycra is too heavy. Lycra fabric is too heavy. I don't sell it. People who are on the big side, like they love lycra a lot. So for that, they always ask for it. The only lycra you will see me sell once a while is skirts, and I will carry them. I will make sure, say, no, they're really heavy. That is working smart. There are different ways we work smart, not work hard. One of it is when you travel, you won't do everything by yourself. That is working hard. Before you do all that, you will break down. No, you pay little money for people to help you a little bit too. It's still part of working smart. The same man will be say offering and tithes, he take build empire, is telling people about working hard. Help me ask him, shey he carry pong abi he carry cement? This man works so smart. When he was to build that his altar, a lot of his followers now then carry pong for head. Instead of paying laborers, he got no payments for laborers, free labor. Now him Baba use plenty pass. Ask all his members, except they don't want to call into my show. Some of them, they with me here. Now all of them, they do, I'm not be only him. Then carry pom-pom for head. Instead of paying, okay. Geronimo say, I carry you. No payment, oh. Not a dime. Baba works smart by using his workers and telling them God likes people who work free of charge, that they are working for God. They tell them they are working for God. They are building the house of their God. The same house of their God, they don't chase many of them come out. They don't chase them come out. Okay, catch you crew say I carry you. Now their head, then they carry the pom-pom. Instead of Baba to hire laborers and pay them. See the mama, by way they talk about working hard. He works smart by using the head of people who know smart. Oh yeah, Eja continue. So he said, don't work to be paid, work to be made. He said, be committed, not for gains, but for generational impact. Some of you, where they go collect 100,000 salary, how have you impacted your generation yet unborn? A question I they ask. If they ask me now, may I break record in my own little way? I break record in my own little way. Baba, they tell you, say, how can you impact your generation with 200,000? Ah, when you're pay. If I miss your call, I will call you back. You can be calling in. It's still plenty, oh. I'm calling back. Oh, yeah, Baba pick you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Turn off the other gadget. It's echoing.
Yes, I carry pom-pom back in 1998. There was a day, I think 31st of July, 1998. We were actually at the night vigil, and then after the night vigil, we were all moving down to the side, carrying pom-pom, carrying whatever. We were doing that. We were doing it with plain mind. We were worshiping God.
Yeah.
So it was fine. It was fine by me. I did it too. I did it. And then Tabernacle was built. We launched it in September 28, 1998. It was fine.
Yeah.
But then, when it started to change, when my eyes started to open, was about 2000. When we built children's school. They call it a name. Faith Academy.
Faith Academy.
Yes, Faith
now
Academy.
still carry the cement.
That was good. In Otta.
Now carry the cement of Faith Academy.
We carry pom-pom again. Then I start to ask myself, this school, they will charge now. I mean, they won't charge. Will it be like a direct entry for us where they carry pom-pom? So that happened. And then when the Confidence University was being built in 2003, 2002, 2003, then my eyes don't open by that time. That was actually, that's what pushed me out. As in, like, when I decided that, okay, I think I need to leave this country. I was doing fine. I was in the civil service in Nigeria. Now I need to look everybody the way they travel out. I work with one of the agents in the airport. So I see people traveling out. I know what is going on. And then I start to ask myself, I have a very fantastic manager then. He advised me that, look, in 20 years, you will be like me. You will be in my position. My salary is not enough for me now. In 20 years, your children will be grown up. You will need to pay their university fee. That salary you will be earning that time will not be enough for you. That thing thinking to me like, I need to leave. There was actually a day, Papa was now preaching that, don't go to where you won't be appreciated. Stay here and all of that. I feel like, no, I won't listen to that because that's you telling me not to go pursue my future. So I left. I leave Nigeria.
That time I want to ask you a question before you go.
Very lucky to get out.
Hold on.
I start to see some of the things that is happening. Some of us did not talk because we didn't have a platform. We just take it to ourselves that, okay, this Christianity we are practicing in Nigeria is not the real Christianity. A lot of people still don't know. They don't believe. They think we are, it's almost issue kind of thing.
Don't go yet,
They will figure it out by themselves. They will figure it out.
Hold on, don't go. Don't go yet. The time you were carrying the pong pong, have you built your own house
we
there?
were carrying pong pong. So the normal church used to be at Rajioba in Yanokwaja.
Sure, you don't build your own church then?
What? Say that again. Can I?
Have you built your own house? Sorry, your own house. Have you built a house then?
Yeah. I did. Yeah. Okay. So I will come to it. I did. Not because
you don't hold on, no.
Because I was doing all sorts of things. So that.
Sure, when you were building your own house, you carry pong pong.
Yeah, it's not from God.
Could
And that's what most movers actually do. So I will tell you, the preaching will encourage you to feel like, okay, your luck will be this week. This week you are making it, and then people will go out to go and make it. You know, that making it actually mean a lot. I know they will say no, not only me, but most of them will go and do some other stuff at wherever they work. And
it seems you are not getting me.
Say that again.
I said when you were building your own house, did you carry pong pong and cement by yourself on your head?
No. I'm the chairman, so I employ people.
Well, you carry pong pong for church.
Yeah. So in that carrying pong pong at it's a different mindset. Like you need to do it. You feel like you feel like you are helping God. Yeah, that's it. You feel like you are actually helping God. That God is somewhere looking at you, and as you are suffering, that's when your whatever you think will happen will be. So
yeah,
and all of that. Yeah. So it is like that. And some people still do. Some people are still there doing it. Then they will go and borrow money to find their way to church, or go and stand on the roadside and say, Egdewa, Eduro, Egdewa, which side are you going far? Please take me. They will rush into your car and all of this. Yeah, like that. So that you do foreign.
Wọ́n ti gbá gbogbo yín tí nà. Èmi ò gbé pọ́npọ́n tèmi o. No, me I no carry pong pong.
I did.
I know they said they did it from my ex-family. I know everyone do that rubbish.
I could do pong pong again. My children will not be able. I won't be able to afford this school when it starts to run. And to be honest, today I know people who send their children to that school, to the Covenant University. In fact, they did graduation last week Friday.
And they are part of you, and they are members too.
Doctor or someone among them. So yeah, they pay so much a lot. They pay like they could have actually sent those children to Hungary or Czech Republic or Poland.
Is it that expensive?
In Europe, and they will still get the better degree, get the citizenship of that country, and do whatever they can. Yeah, well, people I know open, so they just talking wherever they are. Yeah, they do.
How much are they paying now? How much are they paying now?
They pay so much.
How much? Do you have idea?
Let me let you continue.
Okay. All right. So that we can pick.
Right,
Okay. All right. If I miss your call, I will call you. Etida call you, Bomi. If I miss your call, I will call you back.
Yeah.
Please kindly turn off the other gadgets. It's echoing.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm trying to reach Auntie Adune.
You are online, sir.
Okay, thank you. Auntie Adune, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you, ma. I'm calling from Lagos.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I was once a member of that church. I was one of the engineering team. All our intention, all our mindset was like we are working for God. You wake up very early in the morning, get to the church, set up studio, arrange the sound system, the speakers and everything. Carry your radio as an engineer, walking up and down. Nothing is being given to you. I was paying tithe. If my tithe, for example, is let's say 20,050 naira, I'll make sure I make it a round figure, thinking that from doing that, something will come on me, because we were being brainwashed. So, majority of the people there, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know that these people are collecting their money to build future for their own children. The school they have, as a member, you cannot send your children there. You don't have money to pay. To the extent that even some of the, we talk about the lecturers, some lecturers could not afford medical treatment some years back. And the lecturer died in that place. So people don't know. They've used the religion to deal with us in this country. Both the pastors and the politicians, they are working together. That's why you hardly hear pastor condemning what the politicians are doing. They use those tools to suppress us. Now, people are being killed. People are being maimed by terrorists. They were not saying anything about it. All they were after is you come, pay your tithe, pay your offering, come and work in the church. They don't care because it has not touched them.
So
the politicians, they say nothing. They are negotiating with terrorists, whereas they are killing people. In fact, that's the society we are now. If you talk too much, they will come for you. If you say, oh, this thing happened, you are in trouble. So until we rise up against them, both the pastors and the politicians, until the whole masses rise up and say enough is enough, this country is doomed. Nothing. No progress for people except those few people, which are politicians and the pastors. Pastor will be asking people to give money, that God will bless you. But they did not pray to that their God to bless them. When they need money, they ask you to donate. When you need anything, they will ask you to believe in God and look up unto God, who will supply all your needs according to his riches in glory. But the same God they are calling, they are not calling unto him to supply their own needs. It is you and I that is suffering to eat. You still bring your money for them. But I thank God, I'm liberated already. That has been the past.
My brother, can I ask you some questions?
So I pray for people that are still there. They should open their senses. They should open their brains and see that these people are nothing. But they are just exploiting them. Nothing. They cannot do nothing. Their prayer has no power. It has no effect on you. The prayer you make by yourself and the little work you are able to do will be the blessing you receive, not from one pastor anointing or whatever they are giving you. It is a lie. It is a lie. Thank you.
Don't go yet, sir. I want to ask you one or two questions, sir. You said you were an engineer in the church. An engineer, paid engineer, or voluntary?
The one they call Dominion Engineering.
Okay.
So we're the one in charge of sound system, electricity, and so on and so forth. I was part of them.
Do they pay you guys salary?
No, ma. Nothing. You are working for God. God will reward you.
You are talking about people who set up the electronics and everything, the sound system and everything.
Yes.
So all those are done free.
You work like Jackie. Make sure that the sound system is everywhere, that people hear what they are saying. Even you may not be able to even listen to most of the preaching, but at the end of the program, they will share the DVD, the CD, for you to go and listen at your home.
Any compensation?
They cook rice. Give us rice to eat.
Just rice? They give you just rice to eat after the program?
Yes, well, each day.
On each day?
So during the break.
How many hours do you
food to eat?
How many hours do you put in all of this?
As long as you are there for the program, throughout the 5 days program, as long as you are there.
From what time to what time?
Since you belong to that unit.
From what time to what time?
Your everything.
From what time to what time, sir?
The way the program is, they start 7 o'clock in the morning. You make sure before 7 you are there to make sure that things are arranged.
Okay.
Then in the evening program, you make sure you arrange everything too. So those people that are sweeping, they will do the sweeping. Those people that are cleaning the compound, they will do it. Those people that are washing the toilet, they will do it. Everybody will be in his own unit, doing one thing or the other.
And those are free too.
Like pay.
Those are free too.
The only man that was being paid then, that I remember, that was being paid, was this guy that used to come from Dubai. He was a Covenant University graduate who is into music. So he was the one handling our MISA, because that MISA was one of the best MISA in the country then. So he was the one, he specialized in it. So they used to fly him from Dubai for the program. So he was the one that's being paid. But most of us that are working, we're just doing our own work.
Wow.
God will reward us.
Wow.
So that's it.
Somebody said engineer
so
gets there 5:30 a.m. to set up.
Nothing there. Nothing. Wow. All of them, nothing. They're just giving people, collecting money. I still have my booklet for my tithe. Each time I look at it, I say, hey,
booklets.
Okay, you don't suffer.
Booklets? It's not as if you give at your own time.
Yeah, when you pay tithe, there is a booklet given to you. You fill two, you cut one and drop with your money. Then you have a copy, like a duplicate of what you have paid.
What is the copy for?
And you're just keeping it for yourself.
To do what?
Maybe when one die, you go to heaven and meet it. Maybe, I don't know. That was part of my foolishness then.
That booklet is like a checkbook that one guy brought out sometimes ago.
Yeah, it was like a
so
checkbook.
It is not as if to keep it in case.
You had a hardcover, yes. You just like a booklet, checkbook then that when you sign, you cut and to remain a small portion towards the end of where they staple it. That's the way it is.
So the booklet, you will take it to heaven and present it to God. I see, oh, this is the amount I paid, or what? When they were giving you the booklet.
When they come to pray, they will carry the booklet. Oh, Lord, I've paid my tithe. Let the heaven open. As if somebody that is telling you that the heaven will open. Why is he collecting your own small money? But then I was part of the Mugu. I didn't know. But I thank God. I'm no more part of it.
Wow. Thank you so much, my brother, for shedding light on this. It's a very sad situation. Very sad situation.
Keep enlightening people. I hope they will listen and liberate themselves. They need liberation to leave that bondage. It's a bondage.
Ugao.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir. This is sad. So after all the wahala, bowl of rice. Sorry if I miss your call. I will call back. Oh, bowl of rice. Auntie. Hello.
Hello, auntie.
Hello, ma. You are on.
Me, ma?
Yes, clearly.
Okay. Good evening, auntie. You said this okay, I joined winners before Shiloh, and so I was a pre-Shiloh winner. Okay? And what the other caller, I think the first caller, I don't know, I joined when the other guy spoke. You see, the way they work, when we're building Faith Tabernacle, I think let us start from how we raise the money, okay? And I think that will give you a better insight. So you see in winners, auntie, you know this GoFundMe and crowdfunding, it's all, that was winners modus operandus. Hello?
Okay. I don't want to interrupt you.
That was winners modus operandus, okay? So in winners, what they do is the prayer points, the messages, the testimonies, and the announcements, and the books that you buy monthly is all geared towards giving. Okay? So it's all about the mandate. It's all about the mandate. Everything we are doing is focused on the mandate. And until there is nothing in winners there's nothing about, everything about winners is all instructed through the mandate.
Okay.
Because back then, Bishop would tell us that he had a trance for 18 hours, okay? And that 18 hours, so everything you are doing, from you being
a worker in church. So so you have, when we say that people were doing labor offering, that's what it's called. So even to clean the church, it is classed as labor offering. And that labor offering is tied to the mandate, because anybody that is winner that is hearing me, there is a slogan that is always said, now the hour has come to liberate the world.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
That is the slogan.
Yes.
So you see that slogan. So for everybody, you are liberating the world. You are liberating the world by giving your service. So, Auntie Kinshe, you don't even have to be poor to be a worker in winner. I'm talking of captains of industry. Every one of us carry pong. Okay? When I say captains of industry, you know those top bank owners in those days? Everybody carried pong. Because what they did was, before we started raising money for Covenant, for Shiloh, initially in 1996, 96 was when that the Otta property the land was bought. We were only looking to buy 2 acres of land, okay? And the focus initially was on Covenant partners. Covenant partners were meant to raise the money. Okay? So every covenant partner, we had a specific amount we had to raise. Then the workers in church, they know born you well. You must raise money for. So then it was called the Covenant University's offering. Okay? So all of us were raising that money. And then Lekki 98 happened. At the time, so there were 2 headquarters in Winners at the time. There was the Kaduna Church, where everybody in the northern Nigeria, we were all answerable to the Kaduna Church. Before Bishop Olutayo came, before they brought Bishop Olutayo to Abuja Church, and then all the northern church were all answerable to Abuja Church. Okay? And then Lagos was for every other person that was not in the north. So they were all answerable to the church in Rajioba. But at that time, we did not have what we call the central account. So every branch of Winners, at that time, Winners only had one branch per state. Okay, 1 branch per city. So you could not have, you know how Redeem have different branches everywhere. Winners never did that.
Yes.
So the pastors were fully in charge of the finances of each of their branches. It is all of this, the pastors were fully in charge, okay? So it was at the discretion of the pastors to give offering, we call it prophet offering, to give prophet offering to the church in Lagos, which Baba Oyedepo was heading at the time. Is that if you're in Lagos, if you are under the Lagos diocese, under the Lagos angle, you will give prophet offering, but there was no specific amount. Okay? And then the northern church, who were giving prophet offering to Abuja Church. But of course, over time, there was a need to create, because Olutayo, remember Olutayo is his what's it called, brother-in-law. So Olutayo was given a free hand. At that time, all the bishops, Olutayo had a free hand. It was only Olutayo and Abioye that were bishops at the time initially. But of course, over time, the other guys rebelled. So they then made all of them bishops. Okay? So fast forward, when Lekki 98 happened, you know, as far as we were concerned in Winners, we don't speak to Redeem because Awara Redeem, Spirikoko Niwon, you understand? But that Lekki 98, if you remember, everybody, it was a talk of town. So I remember Bishop summoned all workers from across Winners. So long as you're a worker in Winners, Bishop summoned everybody to Radioba. He summoned, we had a Winners workers meeting, you understand? And it was there that we were told that we then had to build Faith Tabernacle, that God told him that we should build Faith Tabernacle, not Covenant University. So the building that was already going on in Covenant University, which was done by architects who volunteered their time, again tied to the mandate,
Free of charge too.
Okay. Oh yes, auntie. Everything about winners was free of charge. The only people that were paid were maybe those who supplied
cement and
sand.
sand.
You know, like the contractors.
Cement and
member
sand.
of winners and you were a contractor, you were encouraged to give as a labor offering.
Ha.
Auntie?
Yes, I can hear you.
My voice is a well-known voice, so it's not something that they will hear my voice and they will not know who is talking. Okay? All the contractors, if you had a business in winners, if you had a business and you're a member of winners, you were encouraged to give. And I can't remember the Bible verse that they read, but it was about building the temple. You know that building, how Solomon had the building, how David contribute. You know those, I can't remember.
I know all those, Ezekiah,
okay?
whatever, won't build the temple free of charge.
Said to us. You understand? So, people gave in kind. I want to call you free.
Lucky you.
I want to donate the block. What donate? I want to donate the, in short, auntie, I don't know if you remember Total Aluminium. I don't know if you remember that name, Total Aluminium.
Yes.
In Cotton Wreck, Total Aluminium, this is Diola Yancy.
They donated them free aluminium.
Oh, yes.
The roofing.
Want to know.
Roofing was free.
Sherry, we did.
Roofing of that place was free.
Yes, now. Get the Cotton Shelley. Until they pay, understand. Sherry, this is not they told me because we were in the accounting department. You know, when I set up central accounts, we were the one disbursing money. Okay? The truth is, everything, because it was, I can't remember the Bible verse, but you remember that Bible, David, people they contributed for the temple that Solomon built. You understand? I don't know where the Bible verse is anymore, but that was what was read out to us. So as far as everybody was concerned, everybody gave suspending their brain, including bank owners. Okay? They were giving free of charge. In short, you felt guilty not giving. So it's not just a case of you were giving money. I want to know ara. Because I know people, auntie, that will come from Abuja, they will fly in. Some of them, they will enter, you know the days of Ekele Chuku, ABC bus. Back
Solomon's Temple.
I'm at ABC bus. I don't see ABC bus. I want ABC bus. Last year, Abuja, Lord of Friday. I want Friday to be at Ota on a Saturday. That was our labor offering. And see, I'm not talking of poor people. If you miss your flight, you go and get ABC bus. And you go. Remember the days of ABC bus now?
Yes.
So people were going. And you know the interesting thing, auntie? Initially, when they were building Shiloh, because there was a part of Covenant University that they started building initially. When Shiloh opened in September 1999, part of where they used as building, part of where people slept, part of where we gave to the dignitaries, okay, it was part of Covenant University. She understand? Ile Bishop, awa ila and clean ibe. That don't no fellow.
Free of charge.
I want Cecilia Ibru. I want Akingbola. I want Yawo. I'm talking of captains of industry. They were the ones that were in sanctuary workers.
Hey.
So I'm not talking of Otoshi. I'm talking of Olowo. And you know the interesting thing? They were not giving testimony. As I worked as a sanctuary worker, our business began to shake in it. Of course, people were that Baba sales Baba marketing
Yeah.
Why do you think I get irritated when I look back at what it's not just about my time, but how we were so brainwashed because nobody was asking questions. Baba church is here. Sherry, only respect and logo. Baba, you don't respect for anybody. You understand? So it was a case of, it didn't matter whether you were poor. In short, the rich even did more than the poor. Because they were not just giving their money, they were giving materials, they were giving money, they were giving connections.
The schools are not free. They are not free.
It was through connection that Baba got access to Obasanjo now. It was through connection that the land began to expand. Baba cannot stand anywhere, and I can say it confidently. He knows my voice. Baba cannot stand anywhere and say, I want no rago go lenye, because that will not tira. The only land we paid for was just, and that's why the first Shiloh, the other man that called, if he attended the first Shiloh, he will know that Adeboye turned up. So we were all surprised because we don't talk to redeem, because I want to redeem. So on the day that Shiloh was commissioned, Baba Adeboye was the one that commissioned Shiloh. Baba Sanda, that 100, I think the man is past now. That man was 100-year-old. And when I remember Baba Sanda's speech on the first day of Shiloh, where they were saying that Baba Sanda was fully committed to the things of God. Hence the reason why he lived long. Why he was old enough to be how his life was prolonged to 100 years. All of us that were workers, sanctuary workers, Labasa also be altar, and don't tap into anointing of long life.
Where the Baba stood.
Yes. Auntie, I understand.
Somebody said I remember.
Why I get angry. I want someone later. The people that joined after Shiloh, they don't understand those of us that were there before Shiloh.
Benny, just like the people that are coming into Redeem now and talking about when we talk, they want to talk.
Erastus Akingbola.
Maggie Abikilonje, Magdalene. Any suru, let me respond to somebody here. Magdalene. Motin wo comment elaten komo ignore. Any suru. You say, are we serving the divine source or man? What a shame. Oje ko re kuro nbi. Oje ko are kuro nbi. Tani pastor and serve. They are telling people to come and work. Don't work for gains. What are they going to use to pay their bills? All the money he has. If you are still believing you are working for God, shame on you, not on us. Don't shake your head for us. Shake your head for yourself. Masoruelo. If you are a newbie here, Farabale, listen to what we are saying.
When we were building Covenant University, we were told, all workers and Covenant partners, we were told that for us to contribute to Covenant University, we will be classed as priority, and we will get 20% discount for ourselves, our children, and any member of our family. Okay?
Oh, okay. Now, talking generally. Because all that pé ó ti ń complain laten nǹkan mú so pé ṣé lady yóò fara gbalẹ̀ gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ ni. Àbóhùn bóyá mo dẹ̀ mix up. Okay, maybe I mix it up. Magdalene, sorry about that. Maybe I mix it with somebody else's comment. Because I know their members will surely come and stress me here. Sorry, Magdalene, if it's you, the comment is not flowing easily. I must have missed something. Ma binu yami. Ma binu, because I'm trying to elaborate and when may our children not live this kind of life. May our children not fall in this kind of many me o binu. Iya mi eba nbe Magdalene obuni ko ma binu. Because honestly, this is really somebody will listen to this. Oh, Yami ma binu. I don't even know if you are new or not. Ma binu. To ba je nto ti pe na ni, if I want to talk, I will talk when I think the person. Because you can see how people's lives were wasted. You see how people's lives were wasted. And now they ask people to come and work. They tell them, ma binu Yami Magdalene, I apologize. Oh, possible. There is no how we will do their show. We will not fight ourselves because they will mix us up. They will make me to, because some things you will hear, you will be so upset that this is unfair now. kéèyàn kan tí wàá gbọ́rùkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kó wá sọ nǹkan mi ó máa ń bí mi nínú pé ṣé o gbọ́ wọn táwọn èèyàn ń sọ ni ó yẹ bá mi bẹ Sister Magdalene. Now that I've noticed your name, I don't notice you be that. I don't notice your name be that. Those people try you. They try you. God. Go ahead, Yami. Some people are still calling.
And you know what they did?
Oh, yeah, 2 more minutes for you.
You see those church branches that they said they put in winners in Shiloh. All those things were all done for free. There was no fees to it. Okay? People were actually, you feel privileged that you are bringing business to your church. You feel so privileged. That was the way Baba. That was the way it was. I say, until every month in winners, there is a theme for the month. So maybe they said the month of prosperity,
month of breakthrough.
Everything that we'll be doing,
month of prosperity. Go ahead.
If they say month of prosperity, they will sell Baba's book to us. And remember the likes of these guys, the Maurice Murus, Mike Mudok, Casey Price, Yongi Show, Awara Yongi Show, Auntie, Koledafa Baba yẹn. Yongi Show gbogbo wọn yẹn. Kò lè yé yín, Auntie, kò lè yé yín. They will not, Auntie, when we are on annual leave, nílò gbádùn ara wa. Our annual leave is to come and commit to the things of covenant.
Meanwhile, their own children they don't do holiday go for abroad.
In short, Sherry Auntie, we didn't really. No. In fairness to about Deboye Depo, initially, oh man, so for one by only travel abroad. So when we did not understand, leave me alone.
You want that in
oh man, so for one young. Àwọn ará church wọn ló ń pè mí.
Ará church wọn ń pè ẹ́.
I think they are hearing my voice, I don't know.
Ará church wọn ń pè wọ́n fẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀. Má sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lọ, má sọ̀rọ̀, má ti drop o. Kí ló ń pè fún? They should leave us alone. Ó yá, go ahead, jèrè.
Leave me now. Okay. Ẹ má worry, màá ignore call.
Mo ti ń gbọ́ kíní yẹn ń dún. Mo ti gbọ́ pé dà pé fóònù ẹ̀ ń dún. Má gbé kọ́ọ̀lù o, bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ tán kó tó gbé.
No, me.
Ó tọrọ ní má gbé kọ́ọ̀lù. Wọ́n fẹ́ sọ pé kó má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ nìyẹn.
Wọ́n send the text sí mi ṣeré.
Kí náà sọ? Kí náà sọ nínú text message?
Kí ni mo sọ lọ?
I know they are here with us.
Ṣé ìmọ̀ yẹn project ẹ̀? Ṣé Oyedepo he did NRI. No, this one is not they said. He used his mouth to say it. And anybody that was a winner's pre-Shiloh, you will know that this is what he says. In short, he even said it in his books. He tried American lottery 4 different times, and he did not get it. You understand? So he used to preach against going abroad, right? He used to preach against it. So if you were going abroad, you were not bold enough to say it openly as a worker. It was a coded thing.
Okay.
You understand? The whole
because he was not going. Because he was not going.
Exactly. So even the bishops that were able to go, those ones, because initially the guys that helped him start the church, all the bishops and all of them that started the church with him, they were all captains of industry and big guys in their various fields. You understand? So they were the key face of marketing. So they will not be telling you that these guys, they were big in their jobs, in their secular job, because they keyed into the mandates. Ìgbà tí ìjà bẹ̀rẹ̀, ìgbà tí ìjà òun àti Olútáyọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀, látó ṣẹ̀mọ̀ pé all of them did not start church with him. You understand?
Yeah.
So the likes of Bamigboye, the likes of Kinon Porukwe, Ibiyome, no Ibiyome, Shabo, they were like top guys. I can't remember their name. The Olorundas and Co. The impression we got was that they started winners with him. So Ashe is the same man. Sharifa Yanti, when himself and Bishop Olutayo fell out, and all of them walked away. They talked about this mandate. I remember them calling the mandate evil. But you know, we were so indoctrinated. We were like, this bishop, they are very ungrateful. After all that bishop did for them. You know, we felt they were cheating bishop. You understand?
Okay, those ones saw the mandate and decided to walk away. So it was because of the mandate, those people decided to leave him.
Yes, because you know what happened? They were all there before Olutayo. You understand? So from nowhere, Olutayo turned up. And before we could say Jack Robinson, one saw the bishop of Sogogo. And remember, Olutayo is his family member. So apprentice, number 3 apprentice under Olutayo. She understand? Meanwhile, apprentice is the second in command on paper. But by the time Bishop Oyedepo's children were still very young. They were all small. David used to play drum in church. They were all small. And if I want to say that job, they know these children. They were all very, very young now.
Oh God.
But mama was sick. Sherry, Ibati, Yawo Baba sick. That was when they now did the packaging. That was the first time that David traveled because they had to make it look like David got admission abroad. And mom went to go and support it because that was his first time leaving the country. She understand? So that was when they did that packaging. But when travel, it was only when their mother fell sick that they started traveling now. Paperwork. These guys were playing drum. They were blowing in short. David is very good with drum and guitar. Isaac too is very good. He's very, very good with instrument. He's an instrumental. He plays instruments. So you were not being paid. The only people that were being paid at Priscilla was just the pastors. And until I can tell you for free, those pastors enjoyed. They were living it, you know, the winners will rent house for them because they were top guys in their jobs. So it was more like
did they now leave their job full time to come be full-time pastors? They left their job then.
You said what, ma?
They now left their job to be a full-time pastor.
Yeah, they left their job, but until winners was paying them handsomely.
Oh.
It's not like now. Don't shank our pastors. You
Okay.
understand?
So they were kind of like being used as a marketing. Like
That's
a
what I'm
bait.
saying.
Yes, I get you now. Like a bait for people to come. More people to come.
Auntie, Pastor Adams, late Pastor Adams in Jos. Pastor Adams was the head of NMPC in Kaduna. Okay? Pastor Adams, you know, all these guys, they paid them. In short, it was enviable to be a pastor in Winners.
Bad strategy.
You are your unproductive. I'm speaking English also.
Blantyre failure. Blantyre failures.
You know, it was much after Shiloh. Oh, you doesn't talk. Oh, you don't say, I want pastors say, oh, man, can't say if I want pastors say. Oh, he can't stand in front of Bangoye. He can't stand in front of Aremu the planter.
Tell her. Then.
I'm telling you, Auntie, this is not they told you.
I agree. I said then, not now. Then, not now.
Yes.
Before they left,
time,
you go beat
you
themselves,
only
do their
fucking-
hand like this. That was then.
Auntie,
Welcome,
he
good
used to fold
evening.
his hand behind. He had a 504. Emma, 150 to man that be not the flat one. I don't know how to describe it. I want to that be hunchback kind of 504.
Yeah.
Any. That's what he used to drive now.
Oh, God.
When he's coming to Jos, I remembered when he came to Jos, there was nothing special. There was nothing special to him coming. He was so humble. He said about the Bolugi now.
Oh, what he did? He's in control of everything. After he don't change everything, don't
And
put
that's
everybody aside. What else?
Exactly.
Nobody can challenge
because I
station
remember
wagon.
one even made him change. Even when Shiloh started, the pastors were I want young boy because he didn't even know the worth of the church. He didn't know how much the church was worth. He did have no clue
Hey, yeah.
Pastors,
So
Auntie,
people taught him to
pastors
be who
went
he
with
is
money.
today. Is that what you are saying? People made him to be who he is today with what they did.
Auntie, he did not even, I said there were some pastors that left winners. And they
Oga.
left with the bank account
Oṣé
because the
àbúrò.
pastors were the sole signatories of the bank account.
Wow.
Of their
Oṣé, jẹ́
branches.
ká gbé call ẹlòmíì torí time.
Okay, ma.
Oṣé. Ó lágbára. Let me pick the caller. I'm looking for people who worked in that school. I want people who work in that school to call. Tán ti kúrò ńbẹ̀. Remember, we are talking about the school. You don't work to make a gain. You work to be made. Oh yeah, I'm trying to call back. Oh, you that I missed your call. Don't work to be made. Don't work for gain. Work to be made. He's in charge now. Okay. If you call back. Aproko de para. Aproko go para. You know what Aproko lose for inside that place. Oh yeah, turn off your other gadget too.
Yeah, I'm on again. Oh, yeah. So what I wanted to add was that every Saturday we used to attend like a financial breakthrough program. I remember that day. That time, if I still have some of those writings, notes I take, we'll take viral as if we go lecture in class. So we'll be writing. Those are the indoctrination. Those are the kind of things that make people to actually throw away their senses. Like you have pilots, aeronautical engineers, people, doctors. We will be writing, all of us, like a class. So there was one thing that actually made me to realize quickly myself. And that was because something I read by chance, like history. History about Germany, about the World War, about that evil man called Hitler, and all of those things that he did. Some of those things actually were some of the formula that we were using, that was being used in the church in this way. So the way the church is actually built, the architecture of the place, the center, the altar being the center of the open. Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
I'm listening to you. Sure.
Yeah, the altar being the center of the building, somebody, just one person, standing in the middle of that building, talking to multitudes
Millions of people.
That gives the energy generated. This one, not the Holy Spirit. The energy generated will be giving power to that man in the center.
Yes.
That was what I read about Hitler.
Don't mention his name. Don't mention his name on shows, oh, please.
Oh, okay.
Social media
So
does not permit his name to be mentioned.
That was what that man, that evil man was doing in history. And that was the same thing. So whenever I go to the church and see that pattern with the building, I think the same thing will be done with the heart. So you will be giving your power freely away. The energy generated will be giving that man in the center enough power. So it will be like indoctrination. They cannot break away from that man. You will be like emotionally attached, influenced by him, whatever he says. I'm at Lucky Church on Saturday. We'll still go on Sunday. On Saturday, they call it like financial breakthrough kind of program.
What did they teach?
You go see bankers, everybody. You go open. You'll be right.
Hold on, my brother. Hold on, Jay. JJ, hold on. You mentioned something very significant now. You said bankers too.
Yes.
Will go and sit there to listen to financial
Yes,
breakthrough.
bankers
that should know better. That is the power of religion.
Yeah. So that was why I mentioned things about that man in history with that war.
Yes.
What he did, how he got his power, was because of those kind of influencing and manipulation. So it is not Holy Spirit. People will think, oh, it's Holy Spirit. No, it is just the basic thing that building, the kind of energy we generate. So there are certain things we say in church that time. Those are the shouting. I can't say it like there is one. People who know those history will actually know that in Germany that time they used to call that man something. When you are not saying the Christian one of shouting that hallelujah, that's the kind of energy you will generate.
Can I hear you say
that
amen?
Manipulation. Yes.
Can I hear you say amen?
Yeah, that repetition of that.
Let somebody shout hallelujah.
You will give all your power away.
They have read 46. Is it 46 laws of power?
It will take strong power until say your man bottom. That was when people will now realize, okay, what is this? Why have I been doing this?
Some people have not even realized.
They won't believe. They will be like, oh no, it cannot. But that is it. Especially Rajyoba. Rajyoba too was this in the same way. So the center there is a
48
little bit
laws
raised
of power.
up. It's like a amphitheater in university. So those things are actually deliberately done so that the speaker, whoever is standing in front, in that middle of that center, will be like the goddess. He will be like generating that power for everybody else. So that's what they use. That is what he was using. The man, he actually studied this thing. I think they always call one university or a robot university.
Or a robot. That's where all of them go.
Yeah, so that's where they go to learn those type of things, and they now practice it on us in Nigeria.
They practice it on us for real.
Yeah, so that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. It's a shame. It's a shame.
Shame, okay.
It's a
shame
shame.
on
The
us.
last time I went to
No, it's a shame on us, not on them.
I went to where all the old Christian sites in Jerusalem, and I asked myself, my parents did not come here. Why did they not come? So they didn't come because the church back in Nigeria, they don't even tell you about there is a place called Jerusalem because they don't want you to actually find out that actually this thing happened. This Christ, Yahushua was here as an historic figure, but they don't want you to know all of those things. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to.
It's whatever they tell
know
you.
Some of the meanings, the reinterpretations that should be attached to the Bible, because some of those things have different interpretations. Some are just historical significance. But the people that combine the Bible, they just join them together. If you look at the Ethiopian Bible, it is much more different. It is much more
Jewish Bible.
Higher number of books.
Yeah.
So all of this. Well, may God help us. May God help us. Thank God that he's able to find his way out of that place. He will know. He will know. In fact, when I wanted to travel, very close to when I was to travel, he was now actually preaching. Don't go to. I remember where I was sitting at Hope Entrance. I said, don't go to where you will not be appreciated. I joined. When I come, I joined London Church when. This Pastor Folu, I think is it Folu or Olutayo or Folu was this thing. So I joined London Church. Then I meet London people too. So we started doing it. It was later until then British scandal and all of those aircraft things and Agiman in Ghana. That's when my eye come open. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. So, yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
Thank you so much.
Let me give space for another person to go on. Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, we might not even take another call again. I was hopeful that one of their staff will call, but I just remembered in that their brochure, they are not to speak to the public. They are not to talk about, even when you are not working for them again, you are not to talk about your experience there in the public. If you do, you can get into trouble. So I was actually hopeful that they will call, but they cannot because they might recognize their voices and whatever, and that could lead to legal problem for them. So from what we have seen in that book, what we read out of it, please, it's just normal for you when you want to take a job. Just like the people who signed the mandate paper too. They just signed the mandate paper. Once you start work, your wife must not do some things. You must not do some things. You must not do this. You must not do that. But they can do an anonymous call or text. Or maybe. Maybe it's somebody that sent this one to me, but not one of their staff. Oh. The person that sent it is a sister. It's supposed to be a private discussion anyway. Let me just put it that way. And they sent it to me. So that's like an anonymous. I don't know the person, the people involved. I don't know them. Even the one I read out on that particular one that was talking about this, the friend that passed on, you know, it was in part of, I went to check and I saw it on social media. So Queen Esther, thank you very much. So unfortunately, if you are not out there, you will not understand. Okay, you will see it as somebody fighting your God. Nobody is fighting your God. And if you want to think of it when you say they are fighting God self, it seems something is still not connecting. How will you think you say God creates human being? That person will come fight the person we create them. You can they think when they talk too. But because you see your pastors, you have seen them as God. Well, unfortunately, the world is seeing them for who they are. A lot of people are beginning to see them for who they are, and the kind of condition they put people to work. With all the money they are making, with all the millions people pay as school fees, see how much they are paying people, the salary they are paying to people. See the kind of conditions they are giving to people. When people leave after working 10, 15 years, look at the gratuity they are giving to them. The kind of gratuity they think people are due to. 102,000 naira after working for 14 good years. Please, you self think calm. You think that is still godly. You think that is still right. Okay. If it is right, may it happen to you. Say amen. If you think this is right, after working for 15 years, and your gratuity, they said if you are going, they will calculate and they will deduct. They will deduct. Anyway, we don't talk our own. We don't talk. We are all learning. Some of us don't get out of all these things. Why don't they call me privately, offline, to tell you their ordeal? Somebody called me. You see why I've been talking about this? There was actually one who called me, but the man, he be like, say they fear. He said he was going to send some documents to me and all of that. And I promised him that everything will be done, you know, anonymously. I will not mention names, but I don't know why he has not come back. Though the last time, I'm sure he's watching me now. The last time I tried to communicate, he watched my video when we spoke about something like this the last time. It's been a while. The guy called me. He called me and said, and said, I just watch your video. And I remember I mentioned the guy, just like I'm mentioning him now. So I don't know why he no come back, whether he did fear. He said, no, I'm not afraid. It's just because there are some things I need to put in place. I need to be totally out of that place before I can say anything. I'm still trying to do some things. If I don't leave the place, I cannot talk. But there is a lot to be spoken. It was the one that lets me know that that's the amount they were paying them. He's a lecturer, a senior lecturer. And honestly, if you are here, you want to talk to me, I promise you it's going to be, your privacy is going to be protected. I don't reveal my source. No. Especially it's for educative purpose. I won't reveal my source. I won't. Yes, they are busy buying private jets, exactly, for themselves and their children, living good lives. You can imagine somebody telling a full-grown adult that has family to cater for, telling them they are not working for gains. They are working to be made. Made as what? Made as a slave forever. Made as a word forever. It's because Nigeria does not have regulations when it comes to salary. If they have regulations, that's not the amount they are due for. No. And they are not ashamed to be paying that kind of salary. They are not ashamed to be paying that kind of salary with the kind of skinning they collect, just because people they need job. If people have options, they will not go for that kind of job. Honestly, forget what I talk initially. If they have options, they won't go for it. And these are the people, a man that came to public to come and boast that, the kind of wealth he has. The kind of wealth he has, his generation yet unborn can never be poor. And you are paying people 200,000. And that is letter to poverty. Letter to poverty. Before they will buy food, fuel their car, take care of, pay school fees for their children. Let's even say they are schooling in your school. You only give them rebates. You can't tell them not to pay at all. They will still pay 200,000. ìyà ń jẹ àwọn èèyàn o wọn ò ṣe dáadáa nílùú yẹn díẹ̀ o tá bá dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni ká má sọ̀rọ̀ ìlú tó lófin tó ní kíní wọn ní ṣe irú bí yìí here there is a minimum wage now, minimum wage for every state. Some places of course they pay higher, but where they pay higher, rents are higher too, or mortgage. And there are some places they don't pay higher, kíní is lower. Auntie Aduni, what of person that is paying a household 25,000 in this economy? It's still about no regulation. If there is regulation, maybe it won't get to that. But remember, if house help no parents, no feeding, now the madam go still buy food. That is still a bit different. We are talking about educated people that have gone to school for years to work, to still impact lives. That will still impact lives. And they are being paid this kind of money. How will they survive with their family? It's not as if here too, all wages are regulated. There are some jobs you go and do. One pa àwọn kan under the table, but one gbọ́dọ̀ mú ẹ. They must not catch you. Prince Oluwa, it's last end salary multiplied by years served. No, is he asking a question on how it's calculated? The amount, your monthly pay times number of years minus, they will still deduct your pension out of it. Exactly. What is the difference between this and the government we are condemning? Exactly. That's why I think they are working hand in hand. So they can continue, all of them can continue to do whatever they like for the masses, for the less privileged in the society. That's what I think. That's why all of them are just behaving as if... Some teachers are collecting 35,000 naira. Faith. Some teachers, 35. One of the staff sent this thing to me, the deposit, 35,000 naira. They just continue to create poverty in that country. And they are using Bible to support what they are doing. Private school, yes, not government schools. Government schools are paying better. I don't know about other states. Lagos State is paying very well for teachers. I have a friend that is a teacher in as at 10 years ago, her salary is about 200,000. 10 years ago, a teacher. That's why they are not, they will never pray. And they are still using Bible to support their wickedness. See how they quote Bible inside that book. See how they are quoting Bible inside that book to support what they are doing. Kai. I better make with the waka go. I'll see you guys later. I'll come out later again. Bye for now. Very wicked set of people. And when we talk, say they're wicked, you know, go say they're no wicked. This one are wickedness now. Abba. It's not a wickedness because they don't have choice. Because there is no government to fight for them. Because there is no government to regulate things. Then they don't have conscience. In whatever we are doing, we should have conscience. We should have conscience. Put ourselves in that situation. Put our children. If his children are those people working under him that is paying this kind of money, how will he be happy with that person? Knowing that person, the private jets where he buys, if he no travel with the private jets, he just put on one side. I mean, they travel. I think he has about 2 private jets or so. Where they go? You know they come out from Nigeria. Ireo. Okay, Faith, I can't say. Just turn on your notification. I can't say. Turn on your notification bell. Real waste of resources and brain. And people will now jackpot. You know what? Waiting can't even they vex me. And still they still preach against people where they jackpot. They still they preach against people where they jackpot. And they are the ones calling government the oppressor. Are they not oppressor? Are they not oppressor with what they are doing? You sack somebody, you say make the person leave the house, immediately come out. Wọ́n wish kí ara wọn kó pè wọlé, honestly. Ara wọn tán ti bá ṣiṣẹ́. Let me see. Hello. Irú àwọn lecturers ẹ̀ tán ti kúrò Naija kán pè wá. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I just want to add this.
Turn off your other gadgets, please.
Sometimes ago, in that university, I don't know, maybe you remembered. Hello? I don't know, it was on the internet then, when a boy refused to go for prayer meeting or so. So the boy was on suspension. They suspended the guy. And before the suspension, he has paid the school fees. And after the suspension, they expect him to pay another fee that he has paid that he did not attend. It was circulated then. Then I was still in Nigeria then. How I got to know is that the logistic, but when they now took it up, the logistic person that went to drop the letter was a person that I knew.
Okay.
You gave the boy has paid for the school fees just because he didn't attend the prayer program. You now gave him suspension. I think a semester. So when he resumed, you expect him to pay another school fees. They took it to court.
Did they win the case? Did they win the case?
So I don't just know what is happening in those kind of things.
Did they win the case?
The
parents, did they win the case?
Think yes.
Okay.
They did. They win the case. I think they said they should not pay the money again. They want to get the money twice. So,
just like the workers were told.
What their customers are giving, they are not receiving anything in returns. Just too bad.
Did you listen to the book when we were reading it?
Yes, when someone was reading, I was like dropping tears.
Like where if you should leave after serving like 10 years, you go and you decide to come back the next year, all your 10 years are wasted. You are not collecting anything for the 10 years.
That's too bad.
Everything about that 10 years don't waka go. Mojuru.
Those people that carried block, that carried the cement, they cannot even afford to put their children in that school.
Yeah.
Let's pray that everybody wakes up on time.
It's late. It's late already. It's just that they should not serve their children. That's the only thing. It's late already. Wọ́n ti jẹ lọ. Bàbá mi ṣé mo parọ́ ni? Wọ́n ti jẹ lọ. Mo ní wọ́n ti jẹ lọ. Ó ti late.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, no.
Ó dàbọ̀ ọkọ mi. Kò ní nice day. Òtútù yìí pọ̀ o.
Where they are, none of their members can compete with them.
Lie. Nobody. Lie. Even the people that had money, that were very, very rich in those days. Erastus Akingbola, Cecilia Ibru. Where are they today? Nowhere to be found.
And Cecilia Ibru, those people, and they know how to romance the rich.
Even Aremu used to be a very rich man.
The people from NMPC, they made them pastors in order to romance them.
Thank you, sir.
It's just true. All right, man. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's late. Omoli, it's very late. The only thing is that the children, they should not but hey, we don't talk our own, make you they watch. All right, guys, so I can see you guys later. Bye.